Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay tuned for the morning announcements.
Good morning, Douglas. Today is an A Day. Attention, Douglas seniors. Check the Douglas app for scholarship applications. Remember, you will never get a scholarship if you don't apply for one.
Prom 2018 is on April 28th. Enrolled juniors and seniors can purchase a ticket for themselves or another person 20 years or younger. You must present a government ID. Hello, that disappeared. All right, thank you. You must present a government or school ID to purchase a ticket to prom. You will also need to bring your ID with you to get in. Tickets for prom will be $40 per person and $75 for a couple. And that's all. Well, wait for Mr. Diaz.
Good morning. I got the cameraman working on the camera angle. I want to show this t-shirt. You can't see it. The camera won't adjust. You're going to cut my head off if you show the t-shirt. This is funny. We're having a conversation. Maybe what, soliloquy? Is it a soliloquy that we're doing? I don't know. I was sitting in that English class yesterday, and they were talking about different things. Okay, so the student store will be open soon. I'm very excited about some of the items that were put in there. We have t-shirts. We have different things. We're going to collaborate with different sports to make sure that we can stock the student store and provide that opportunity for students before school, after school, and during your lunch. If the student store becomes a distraction, we'll shut it down. That is not necessary, but it is very, very, culture-based and branding and all those things that we want to do, guys. Before I begin my morning announcements, I'm going to do what I say every day. We are an employability school. We believe in our employability rubric. The rubric item that I want to focus on today is appropriate electronics. You will have and we've been talking about this as an administrative team. We live in the world of Canvas. We live in the world of technology. If you're using your technology in an inappropriate fashion and you have it taken away, how are you going to engage with the content? How are you going to do your schoolwork? You got to go back to 1985, get a paper and a pencil and write everything down and do everything old-fashioned. Don't put yourself in that situation. We've given every student a Chromebook. We've given every student a charger. We've given every student access to technology at a different level than any other school. So different district folks come in, they do walkthroughs, and they say, your kids can't deal with the level of freedom that you're giving them. And I disagree. I think 99.9% of our kids do a great job following directions, putting their earbuds away, listening to the teacher, being on Canvas and not on other sites. But that 1%, guys, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to have alternative assignments. You're not going to be able to do what other kids do in the fashion that they do it. You have to do a good job. And here's the thing. We have the ability to track every website you've been on. We have the ability to see your screen. So don't think that you can hide in the corner of the room, shield your screen from the teacher because the administration could pull up everything you've been on, everything you've seen. Be smart, be on task. Guys, today is the statewide severe weather drill, and it's brilliant. I'm glad the state does this because we're in the middle of tornado season, right? This part of the country, this time of the year, has more tornadoes than probably the rest of the country. That whole midsection, Oklahoma, Missouri, Indiana, parts of Kentucky, that whole part of the country, your science teachers can tell you when they talk about meteorology or weather patterns, your science teachers can tell you that we are subject to that. So today at 10:07, we're going to come on the PA and we're going to do a severe weather drill. Make sure you talk to your teacher. Make sure your teacher talks to you and you understand where the shelter in place areas are. We want to stay away from the emergency exits at the end of the academies. We want to go towards the center of the building because the roofs have been reinforced on the first floor and the second floor to absorb major severe weather. We got to do a good job with that. Guys, the cafeteria at every high school is a federally funded program. I don't pay for the food. I don't pay for the workers. That comes directly from Washington, D.C. And part of the deal is we have a no-compete clause. We cannot compete with the cafeteria. So what happens is the vending machines automatically shut off. If your mom brings you some food, we're not allowed to accept it during lunchtime. We're not allowed to accept it during class time. So it's real simple. Our policy is we are not allowed to receive outside food. We send it back like we did yesterday, and I apologize, but that's basically the policy that every school has and we've had since the beginning of the year, and I want to reiterate that to you. Please do not have food delivered. You don't have the time. We will not infringe an instructional time at all. We protect instructional time, and we have that no-compete clause with our cafeteria. Last beg announcement I'm going to do, please do your Title IX survey. If you've done it, you know you've done it. If you're a senior, don't worry about it. I need 9th, 10th, and 11th graders to do their Title IX survey. I'm about 150 short of being compliant with the Kentucky High School Athletic Association, and that's huge. If anybody is Title IX compliant, it's us. Title IX means that all genders, males and females, have the same opportunities, the same access. For example, we have a boys tennis team, we have a girls tennis team. We have a boys track team, we have a girls track team. Baseball is opposite to softball. Football is opposite to volleyball. We match up all the sports and line them up equally, guys. So please make sure that you fill out that survey so that we can be Title IX compliant. I want to congratulate Cyan Kane, a freshman at Douglas. She came in first place in the drawing competition that included everybody, the kids at Scapa, the kids at Henry Clay. It's impressive to think how much talent we have in this building, guys. Impressive, especially when you look at the shows that we've done, like the Broadway and Beyond that's getting ready to go now, the musical that we did a few weeks ago, the kids that go out for all the sports and do all the activities after school. We're the smallest public high school in Lexington, but we are probably the most talented public high school in Lexington. I'm very proud of that, and I will stand behind that. Speaking of kids being engaged and doing things, Monday after school, come out and support the girls lacrosse team. It's their first home game. It's going to be awesome. The concessions will be open, the PA announcer, the music, the environment. It's going to be awesome. The weather's going to start cooperating. Spring's right around the corner. Very excited about the lacrosse, baseball, softball, tennis, all the things we have going on pushing into our spring. Also want to remind you that we do have Saturday support, 8:30 to 11:30. It's a hybrid of kids that are doing credit recovery, kids that need extra help, kind of like what we did yesterday with our math folks, where we had a bunch of UK students come in and help tutor in math. These are future math teachers at the University of Kentucky. Awesome, awesome collaboration. A lot of kids got one-on-one help. Our plan is to continue that on Saturdays. So from 8:30 to 11:30, come on out if you need help. See Mr. Clement, get your name on the list for that. Last announcement is teachers, please post your attendance. Scan the room for any badge violators. Send the badge violators down to the social stairs. Mr. Clement will be there to graciously give them their consequence. If you leave food in the cafeteria, we'll track it down on camera. You'll have 30 lunch detentions. So do a good job with that. Do a good job with your badges. That's huge. I'm Lester Diaz, your principal, and it is an honor and a privilege to serve you in this capacity.